Pretty nine. Hey guys, what's up? It's the Culture Detective here, investigating your favorite albums, and today I'm gonna be doing my last Death Grips album review before they come out with another one, and it's gonna be Steroids EP. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Gabber Megamix. So Death Grips is a trio from Sacramento, California, consisting of vocalist Stefan MC Ride Burnett. We have drummer Zach Hale, sound engineer Andy Morin, and I bet you've heard me say that for like 10 times now. Anyway, I love Death Grips. They are my favorite band of the 2010s, and I'm sure you know that very well. And they have been dropping a lot of very strange, weird, experimental, abrasive, violent, in-your-face, electronic, flashy, edgy, rap, rock, electronic, mix fusion albums. Ex-Military is the first one. It's their debut mixtape. It's really awesome. The Money Store, Bottomless Pit, and friggin' The Powers That Be. These three albums are straight up classic albums because they are so good. And Government Plates, weird. I mean, basically all I'm trying to say is that they have dropped so much music in such a short period of time, and all of them are really good. They are all quality music. Anyway, in the year 2017, they have gone silent. Except they have dropped an EP. Of course, they drop something every year. The EP is actually one track that's actually 22 minutes long, but that one track is actually around 7 or 8 tracks grouped together and glued together by these weird instrumental pieces. So it's experimental. They're not trying to make these catchy, tight tracks. Instead, they are just trying to have some fun, make some cool, weird beats that are not catchy, but are pretty hypnotizing, speedy, bustly, busy, flashy, and electronic. Almost reminds me of No Love Deep Web a little bit, except the flows on this album, they are a little more primal, a little more straightforward, and I think the real purpose of this EP is that MC Ride and the other two can just have some fun, create some music that's just not necessarily some huge singles or anything. It doesn't have to be catchy. It doesn't have to be this. It doesn't have to be that. They can just create a field of beats, of weird sound effects, and MC Ride can just spit fire on it however he wants. And this is the EP. Now, there are around 7 to 8 tracks here. Some people think it's 7 tracks. Some people think it has 8 tracks. I think it has 7 tracks. And all the tracks here are untitled, actually, except for the first one, where it's said quite literally that the official title is My Whole Life. Yeah, so I'm gonna be using my own titles, like the titles that I would give to these songs, because I think these titles are the most suitable and the most easy to remember. So from the beginning to 325, roughly 325, we have the track My Whole Life, which is entirely consisted of these constantly spitting, vomiting, blares and blasts. That's sort of very repetitive with some rattling hi-hats supporting it. And we have MC Ride going, "My whole life, my whole fucking life," in the chorus. And it's actually a pretty iconic and powerful and straightforward opening for the EP. And it also has a really jangly beat that's really dizzy, kind of repetitive, but not so repetitive. It's annoying, but still kind of repetitive because the prettiness of the instrumentals isn't the point of this EP. Anyway, after some time, it just transitions into this very noisy, static, spacey drone piece, and then it transitions into this very tense and airy and spacey thing that sounds like a the kind of music that you would hear in like a talent show where they are about to announce the winner, the champion of the season, and it's just really really tense, really in the moment. Bam 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 bam. It's really tense, and we get a really lo-fi, quiet delivery from MC Ride. And overall, I think it's a really it's a pretty good opener for the EP. Not gonna lie, it's a really great tone setter. However, it's really raw. It's really rough. It doesn't have much in terms of melody, so it's not a great track or anything. However, the next three tracks really wow me. We have the track Squeaky, which is not, I didn't make up the name for this track. Actually, Anthony Fantano, the Needle Drop, actually called this track Squeaky in his own review of this EP. So I'm just gonna call it Squeaky because everybody does now. So yeah, Squeaky is actually a two-parter track with a pretty long and interesting and dizzying intro, and with a very straightforward part 2 of the track. So at first we have MC Ride going panic, panic, panic. We get some really scratchy, shrill synths descending from the sky, and we got this really industrial and mechanical machinery twitching, scratching, and it's actually, somebody found it out and posted it on Reddit. The Death Grips actually sampled Dwight Schrute knocking on the door in The Office. So that's actually a pretty cool Easter egg, or should I say reference, sound reference. And after that, it's where the fun begins. The track actually begins with MC Ride just yelling, but in a very fast manner. They really did compress his vocals and speed it up in a way that its pitch stays, but it just gets really fast. It's like the YouTube video playback speed function, and MC Ride's just going insane, like it's a mental breakdown or something. And it just gets more and more intense. The babbles intensifies, and we get some synths that are really that just really builds a lot of momentum and potential, and it's just really tense and also weird. It's also really sinister, and we get some squeaky bird chirping, and then we get a couple of normal verses, which just builds up the tension even more, and it's just so exciting. And then the beat drops, and then oh yeah, it's so danceable, it's so fun, it's so I can't describe it because it just has so much momentum, and that it releases it. And then after that we got fuck a bitch, the bitch side bitch, and then we get this very simple and straightforward synth lead that basically builds up the rest of the track. And also in a couple of verses, MC Ride kind of goes offbeat, and that's a really cool way to deliver. Not only is he on beat, he also goes offbeat a couple of times on this EP. Anyway, that Squeaky track is 325 to 720, and then from 720 to 1141, it's Bald Head Girl, and it is my favorite track on the EP. At first, we get some clicky, speedy, drippy, droppy, droopy beats, some wailing keys, and some metal rubbing wong 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 sound that I've heard many times in government plates. I think on tracks like Two Heavens, I think a similar sound effect is used in the beginning of Two Heavens, I think. Anyway, it's after that we get some super intense, flashy, playful, almost Asian tinged synth lead that's just super fun and fast. Except it's way faster, and it's just super insane. And MC Ride just flows on top of the beat, swims on top of the beat in a very high speed. Dirt, dirt, hot pot, head girl, smoke yours and split with the bald head girl. This is awesome. I love it a lot. And we also get some weird vocal samples that's actually really fitting, and in the song and the track, and this song is a perfect song to run to, not gonna lie, because the beat of the song is just so constant. It's constantly pacing, it's constantly running, it's constantly going, and we also got some robotic vocals that are really nice. Reminds me of Wah Bitch Gotta La, and I love it. I love it a lot. It is incredibly intense, and then it transitions into this 4 random guitar chord blast, bow, 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 and then some ethereal background music and some weird mumbling vocals on top, which then transitions into this very, very clear HD clarity song. I will call it Come and Go, because this is literally the first 3 words in the chorus. Anyway, the songs goes from 11:41 to 14:11, and it's Come and Go. It has these really, really nice, slicey, dicey synths that are super cold, chill, and icy, and it's like we're being teleported to this world where it's all just shapes and colors, and we're being hit by these 2 rectangular strips and in the bottom, and then 2 rectangular strips up high, so it's dan 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 dan. It's really nice. And we also get a trap beat with some rattling hi-hats underneath, and then we have MC Ride going on top, sounding extra fresh and cutting edge. His flow on this track is amazing. Come and go whenever to wherever you please. And we also get some up and down guitars on the second half of the track. Bow, 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 bow. And it's very echoey and reverby. And the song also has so much momentum. It's also so danceable, and it would go perfectly well with the Government Plates music video, not gonna lie. Then from 14:11 to 16:11, it's a track, it's the 5th track, and I will call it Sick Like, because it is constantly being blurted out, this refrain, sick like, and this track is more of a Zach Hill centric track than an Andy centric or a Zach's or a Stefan or aka MC Ride centric track, because this track is mainly consisted of these super wild, messy, fast-paced drums, and they are really fast, really crazy. It's like a freaky breakdown, a freak out, in fact. And MC Ride also appears on this track, but his vocals is way more muffled and his delivery is more offbeat, and we also get some faint and eerie strings towards the second half of the track. While I do like how the track sounds, and as always the production is crispy clear, but it's the least eventful track here, the least interesting, the least entertaining, and the least catchy, in my opinion. And then after that, from 16:11 to 18:54, it's Black Body, because it's literally the chorus, black body, 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 body. I really like how it just echoes out. Anyway, this track has this really nice, laid back, smooth, cool, chill synths that are just hanging in the background. It's really slow, actually. Slow for a band like Death Grips. And we got some thumping percussions and MC Ride going really fast in the verses, but not necessarily tense, just fast and speedy, which is really living up to the subtitle of the EP, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Gabber. This EP is secretly inspired by the gabber style of electronic music, which is usually very speedy and fast. And at the end, we also got some weird theatrical woodwinds that are really nice, and it almost sounds like the theme music to a villain's introductory scene in an 80s movie. Yeah, maybe it's sampled, I don't know. I really don't know. And then from 18:54 to 22:31, which is the final time stamp, the overall duration of the EP, basically. I'm going to call it Move. Simple as that, one word, Move. M-O-V-E, Move. And it has some HD, whack, bright synths that are just on drugs. It's really bright, and we also got some super crazy, fast-paced, slappy percussions that are going insane as well, and also MC Ride in the beginning just glitching out, clipping. It's it's like everything malfunctioning in Death Grips. Deathgrips.exe had stopped working, and then it starts to get into the core part of the track, and it's actually really nice. And we also get some moments of clarity where it's not as messy, and it has some playful, snarky synth leads that are almost clowny, like in a circus way. And for multiple times in the track, we get MC Ride singing the chorus, and I move with it, bwah, 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 and I move with it, bwah, 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 bwah. And it's like the song drags itself a little bit every time after MC Ride says, and I move with it. And that's like a really cool effect. Like it just gives the song way more texture. Anyway, other than that, I really enjoy this EP, even though a bulk of it are basically repetitive, looped beats. I still think it's a really creative and innovative and very original EP. I really like the production here, and I think MC Ride, Zach Hill, and Andy Moran had made another damn good release. Yeah, I'm giving this EP an 8 out of 10. And my favorite track here is Bald Head Girl. And my least favorite is Sick Like. Anyway, other than this EP, I would actually like to talk about Year of the Snitch a little bit, but which is an album released in 2018, last year. The reason why I want to redo this review is because I think my initial review for Year of the Snitch is not good enough. Like, I have so much to talk about because the album had grown on me so much, and it's like an onion. There are so many layers to peel back, and I learned a lot more about the album than I had initially learned about the album when I listened to it. Anyway, I'm gonna be really fast and brief about it. Year of the Snitch is a great album, and originally I gave it an 8.3 because it just has this weird vibe to it, but it just grows on me. It grows on you, it grows on everybody, and it just goes from an 8.3 to a 9.1 because Death Grips is such an awesome, fun, busy, bustly, entrancing banger. Even though it's not like really solid track, the instrumentals do feel a little hollow at times, but I still love the vibe. The track Flies is actually a straight up banger, as disjointed and as weird as it is. It's really well written, actually, because I don't know any rapper who would rap like he's going insanely angry and kind of chill at the same time. Half-littered, cool as half-lighters. Cruise one blanket, statement Denver Air Terminal patient. Rubberized, skin rubberized, for your entertainment. Got 2 cents, save it. I love this track. Watch me get copyrighted, that would be funny. And the track Black Paint, of course, it's great. Tracks like Ha 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 and Dilemma really grew on me, especially the track Dilemma. I think it's like my second favorite track on the album now, because the chorus is just this wild, okay? Tracks like The Fear also grew on me a lot because it's such a solid, multi-faceted guitar jam, you know? And the track Disappointed at the very end of the album is actually really, really tense and really entertaining, not gonna lie. Yeah, it's just the verses, the small bridge between the verse and the choruses, and the chorus itself, they're all really hard-hitting and uncontrollable and really ugly and whack in all different ways. And what else? Okay, the track Shit Show, it is a shit show, and they achieved that. If you listen to the track alone, it feels crazy, but in the context of the album, especially when you put Streaky right after Shit Show, It's genius. It's absolutely genius. The transition between Shit Show and Streaky is one of the best moments in the album. It's just this really ugly, disgusting, gross, loud, messy moment, and suddenly silence, and then we transition into Streaky, where it's all very bouncy, fun, clear HD. And Streaky serves as this really lightweight and plasticky moment for the album. It's like but without a strong beat, making it even more lightweight. And it's just really fun and bouncy. Streaky on the outside, stand by, Dilla hold the franchise. Southside, booty on the outside, oh my yeah. I probably messed up the lyrics, but whatever. Also, the track Linda's in Custody, as weird and as off-putting and as disjointed as it is, it grew on me. It's not like a great Death Grips track. It's not the kind of Death Grips track that you would listen to every day and be like, oh yeah, I'm full of energy. But it's this weird moment that's witty, kind of sarcastic. How do you say, come to me? I'm visiting Linda in his fucking custody. And yeah, I like the very floppy woodwinds and the verses. Also, the very migraine-inducing instrumentals. It's really tasteful. Yeah, anyway, Year of the Snitch is a 9 out of 10. And it's my number 5 favorite album of 2018 still. So, have you listened to Steroids EP and Year of the Snitch? From 1 to 10, how much do you rate it? Like if you like them. Hate if you hate them. I don't know why. But subscribe if you want more, and thanks for watching.